Hey, and welcome. Good to see you here. Glad you could join. It's been busy. There's been a bunch of stuff that I've been trying to take care of this week at work, and quite a few things that have been going on here to get ready for this weekend, especially with work. The work that I do the amount of it can go up and down, depending upon whether or not we have a natural disaster here. And getting prepped for this weekend is taking up a lot of time this week. Not just getting my house ready and where I live, but getting our businesses, clients ready for it and that sort of stuff too. So, been busy, but it's been good. It's been good. How about yourself? Yeah, the weather here, we don't in the south where I live, we don't get freezing weather or snow hardly at all. Well, let me say we didn't, I mean, ever used to get it. Now it it is it's becoming more common, but it's maybe once a year or so at the most. And that once a year when it happens, if you get snow, snow normally isn't all that bad, but with snow comes freezing temperatures, and we don't have like freeze-proof pipes and exterior pipes, and we don't have. Nobody owns a snow shovel. We don't have trucks, a bunch of trucks that go around and put sand or salt down on the roads like we do up north. So when you get snow or you get freezing rain down here, you get a lot of problems that go along with it. And the city of 4.5 million people basically just shuts down. You can't go anywhere, nothing's open, nothing like that. But you also get a lot of problems with, broken pipes and things like that. And when pipes break, we don't have water towers. Our entire city works off of pumps. So when pipes break and water starts spewing out, the pump pressure drops, and eventually you can't drink the water because the water pressure becomes so low that backflows can happen and things like that. So you have to issue boil water notices. Power lines start coming down, or tree limbs start coming down because they're caked in ice and snow when they hit power lines, which come down. And you get without power, so now you don't have power, you don't have water, and you quickly see the breakdown in societal services at that point. So it gets a little hectic, and people are getting better prepared for it because it's happening more often. I'm from up north where I grew up, so for me it's always not been a big deal, but for a lot of people down here it becomes a big problem. Yeah, that's it. Then you know exactly what I'm like up front, with the weather. Like I say, we've been used to it. We've seen what it's like, but down here, the city just breaks. Whereas up there, everybody kind of stays home, calls it a snow day. Maybe you're out a little bit driving in the snow to go get, something that you really need. But down here, you're staying home, you're staying out of it, but then your house breaks because the city around it loses power or loses water pressure, and it turns into a whole thing. So yeah, getting our clients ready for that this week and getting myself ready for it this week was just, took up a lot of extra time that I didn't have. And then hoping I was going to be able to do this. I actually had plans to start the generator up, but if I lost power today, but it seems like we're okay. So yeah, and that's why I still haven't moved my streaming schedule back, is because I want to get this last day then the season's going to be working its way through the ending in the NFL, and I'll adjust it after the Super Bowl's over. But yeah, still keeping an early start here on Sunday. Yeah, it's the Texans. I live here in Houston. I'm a self-loathing Texans fan. They disgust me as much as they give me enjoyment. So yeah, it's been that way since 2002. Yeah, I didn't really have a team when I was up north. Everybody tended to like. We don't have an NFL team that's near us that I liked. Everybody up there likes the Chiefs. I couldn't stand them growing up. So I was more of either a Pittsburgh Steeler or a Dallas Cowboy fan back then. Then when I moved down here, I just quit liking either one of those teams. And then right after I moved down here, we got the new team. So yeah, then you know what it's like. You know what it's like. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 3 of our Solasta Crown of the Magister Palace of Ice DLC gameplay series. I'm Commander Jarval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, admin notes. We are in the thick of it now. It's going to be getting worse tonight, but it has started. Looking out my window, things have definitely started to freeze over that are not on the ground. The ground hasn't frozen yet, but things are definitely frozen over. Temperature is just now getting to the point where whatever is going to be on the ground is going to stay on the ground, because we are almost right exactly at freezing now. So we're going to pay attention to it and see what the temperature does today, and whether or not that starts having an impact on the stream. What I said during the chatting portion before we started is that when ice builds up here on trees and power lines, they tend to come down really quickly, and that starts having power outages and that sort of stuff. Everything's still fine here right now. I don't expect that we're going to have any problems, but if the stream just suddenly goes blank and doesn't come back, then you'll know that I've got a problem. I was going to get the generator ready and set up for this morning, but since the power's still on, we'll just go through and see how well it works, and see if we can make it through. But if not, I'll put up a post after it happens, letting everybody know if I'm going to be back or not. So I think that's it on admin notes. So on our recap last week, we had gone over to see Violet, and we took a major gate to get out there. There's a major gate at her house that we're going to slowly start opening up the major gate network here as we go through this. But for now, we decided to take an overland trip back to Kalpapunki so that we could get some crafting done while we're on the way and open up some XP along the way due to some random encounters. And we did that, and it led to a level up. So we're going to go ahead and start off today by leveling up here Okay, so we do have our level ups. I do want to take a quick look through our inventory here. Real quick. Before I head out. Okay, so I do have a third one here. Em had mentioned in the comments that I had picked up a third one and I hadn't placed it somewhere yet. So we'll swap that out. And... okay, yeah, everybody's got... whether the other comment that Emma make is the torch. I don't have a torch on either one of my first two characters. In the Palace of Ice DLC, the torch can keep you warm. What you do is you sacrifice your offhand, so you're not able to carry the shield in your offhand when you use a light source. That's what it does for everybody. So now that I've got one thing that I had mentioned was that I hadn't gone through and redone my attunements, but I'm still waiting on a pair of boots, I think. Let me look. Yeah. Still waiting on... oh no, that's the Periapt of the Master Enchanter. I need one more pair of boots, too. Once I get the boots, whether or not I have a torch or not isn't going to matter. Because the boots of the Winterlands protect me. The conditions still show. Okay, they're still going to show chilled and frozen no matter what. And then it shows a warm condition here when you're next to the fire. The boots are not going to show the warm condition. They're still going to show the chilled and frozen. The conditions just aren't going to apply to me. Kind of like when blindness happens, it shows that I'm blind, but the blindness effect doesn't happen to me. Once everybody gets their boots, and I attune everybody to those boots, then I won't have the effects of any of the weather conditions, and I won't have to worry about torches or anything like that. I'm going to keep the light sources there. I just won't switch to them very often. So let's go through our level up here, and we'll just take a... no, we won't. We'll take a long rest here since we're... no, actually, that'd be kind of dumb. Let's head out to the exit, and we will sleep on the way. So we must have got interrupted during our sleep. I think I'm one crafting ingredient short is the deal, and I'll have to wait until the next one to level up everybody. So our monk is an easy level up. We're gonna stay full monk here. Okay, that's gonna up our proficiency bonus now that we're at level 13. So we're going to have +5 to all of these things here. And we get deflect energy. So you can now use your deflect attack features against attack that deal any damage type, not just bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. So if we get hit with a scorching ray or something like that, we can now deflect an attack like that as well. Well, not scorching ray since it's ranged, but something like burning hands or something like that, we can deflect it as well. For our sorcerer warlock, we're going to continue on down the Warlock chain here. Now we're just going to be pure Warlock for the rest of the way. So again, proficiency bonus. Our packed magic, our DC goes up to 18, which is great. Our spell attack is now increased to plus 11, so it makes our cantrips so much easier to hit. We unlock 2 5th level spell slots now as well. And we get an additional invocation. So our invocation here, we have some really good options on what we want to do. As we level up in Warlock, we're going to be opening up these future, or these farther down levels of this. Right now, Ascendant Step, Minions of Chaos are really good. Gift of the Dispeller and Gift of the Protectors, not so great. But neither one of those are something that I want to focus on right now. The real ones here are offensive based for me. And we have a couple of different options farther back up to look at. We looked at Eldritch Spear last time. When you cast Eldritch Blast, you ignore any cover on the targets, which is amazing. Them not benefiting from any cover is great. We can avoid some of that though, because she can fly, and moving her up in the air can help avoid some of that by getting different angles on them. There is, and I'm not saying we're not going to do that there. There is another here. Did we already take Maddening Hex last time? I think we did. Yeah, I think we took Maddening Hex last time. So I think we are going to take Eldritch Spear this time. There are some others. Relentless Hex is it's actually can be really, really useful when you have enemies that are spread out across the battlefield as well as up and down. Relentless Hex is kind of like the Baldur's Gate 3 version of the movement flourish for the bard, where we could teleport to their location after we were done. You can do the same thing here once your malediction has been imposed, and that can be really good to be able to focus on a ranged attacker that you can't really see because it's up in the air or a long way away. You can get malediction to it, you can move to the target, you can blast it from up close, and then you're in a completely different spot. Being able to move across the battlefield opens up so many more options. In tabletop, movement is a huge deal. Here also, but I think I am going to go with Eldritch Spear for this. Ignoring cover is just too good. Don't need to unlearn anything, and now we've opened up level 5 spells. There's only, if you're going to start off level 5, there's really only one thing that you need to do, and that's to start with Hold Monster. Hold Monster giving you a way to paralyze one target as long as you can maintain that concentration it's just too easy to pass up, or too good to pass up. Yeah, monks are OP. Yeah, as we've said before, yeah, monks are OP. So going to head to the winter market here. And we'll take one last look through our inventory and just make sure that we didn't craft that last pair of boots. But I'm pretty sure we were short one wolf pelt. And that's why... But maybe I did craft it and put it on M, and the only reason I didn't put it in the boot slot was because I'm wearing the slippers. But yeah, I don't see it anywhere. I'm pretty sure, like I say, that was because we are short. We were short one winter wolf pelt. Or whatever it is. Whatever that pelt was, we were short. So let's take a look at crafting here and see. Needs, yeah. I think we have the, but we do have everything. That's right, because we picked up the winter wolf pelt when we were out. That's right. So we do have everything now. We just need to get to crafting it. And she's going to continue crafting the periapt. Once this is done, she can craft everything twice as fast, almost. So. Alright, so... we don't have anything that we can... Let's go to the inn. We're going to grab a room.
Well met, strangers. What's your poison?
We'd like to rest.
Enjoy your 4 beds.
Okay, now we'll level up our last 2 here. So for our bard at level 13, we're going to continue down the bard path. There's nothing else that I want to get out of 2 more levels of paladin. We're going to be, if we do that, we're going to be giving up something at the back end of bard that, if I get there, as far as a level goes, is going to be really good. I don't think we're going to get there with the XP we have in this, but I don't want to give up those last 2 levels of bard. So I'm going to stay down the bard path here. So again, the proficiency bonus is nice. Spell DC up to 18. We're going to open up 4th level spells now, and we get counter charm. So counter charm is nice because of the frightened condition, not necessarily about the charm condition. We don't get a lot of enemies that try and charm you yet. We're going to get into that once we get more into the demon fights a little bit later on. But the frightened condition, we see it all the time. And being able to use counter charm here, I can use my reaction to help somebody avoid that, which is really nice. It was bugged in Baldur's Gate 3, but it does work here. For my class spells, going down here and looking at what we have, freedom of movement is a must-have. If you're paralyzed or restrained in some way, being able to snap them out of it is really, really nice. And for our paladin, we're going to keep going down the fighter line. We're going to get 2 more levels of fighter here. So now we're going to select a martial archetype, and our proficiency bonus went up. So our martial archetype here, standard stuff that we're used to seeing from our fighters. We got to select a bunch of these in Baldur's Gate 3. Guardian is what I'm going to go with here. We saw this with Sentinel Polearm Master in our last playthrough in Baldur's Gate 3 in Honor Mode. The Compelling Strike is good, but it's I don't know. It's useful to draw the aggro, which is nice, but I have to be able to hit them with it. And since all my characters fight in close proximity to each other, they're normally just going to be focused wherever they need to, and those two characters up front can normally absorb any of it. So it's good, but it's kind of whatever. Stalwart Front is where what I really want. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, that creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. That's great, especially against all the flying enemies that we're going to have. The demons tend to come in, hit you, and try and fly away. This will keep them from doing that. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from me even if they have the disengage action, which also is nice. The last one is what really comes into play here. You can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against an attacking creature when a creature makes an attack against a target other than you. So in other words, if that creature's next to me, that creature didn't get hit with Compelling Strike, and they decide to go after one of my other teammates, as soon as they make that attack, I'm going to get a chance to use my reaction to make a melee attack against them. It's the Sentinel perk inside an archetype here is what it is. This is going to allow me to use my reaction in a bunch of different ways, especially offensively, which is what you want to do with your reactions. Reactions normally get used for defensive purposes, but being able to use them for offensive purposes, especially full damage attack offensive purposes, is a really, really good thing. Okay, and now we are going to head out. So we need to go to the keep. Wait a minute. Let's also look. Okay, so yeah, Sharon has the light armor of flame dancing. Okay, M is going to be getting something here, so. And we have +2 plate. Okay, I think we're okay. Okay. And I need to save this spot for something else. But we won't, yeah, we can't get that yet. Okay. Let's head to the keep. We will let those things craft. Oh, whoops, I need to actually go into the keep. And we're going to head out on our quest here. We're going to take the major gate back to Violet's house. And then we're going to leave from Violet's house overland. And we've got a heck of a trek ahead of us, so she's halfway done crafting it. and now from here, we'll just head out her front door. No, we won't. We need to... We're not going to need these right now, I don't think. Let's take a short rest. Okay, yeah, we don't have an attunement there. We do here. Doesn't matter which one of these two I get rid of. Okay, and I think everybody has those equipped. M doesn't have them yet. Okay. Yep, we're good. I could wait for the boots to finish crafting for M, but we'll see. They're going to craft along the way here. And we need to get to the ruins of Telema. And you can see a long way out there. I mean, we've got a lot of food, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, it's a long way out there. And this is fully what I expected. So we got a mountain druid and 2 polar bears. They hit hard. And we definitely want to focus the druid here. As much as we possibly can. So I'm gonna get Sharon up off the ground.
Solasta Encho Minure. Solasta Evo.
Okay, see a decent amount of hit points there, so we got to work through a bit here. I don't think it's going to be a problem though. M can get up there because of his slippers, and M will be able to take him out. So there's the bear. I think he's going to come down here. I think he's going to come down here at the back, so... He might come around this way, but I think he's going to come up here. So I'm going to drop... Where's the other one? Out here? Knock. Okay. He must be all the way up against the border already. Okay, now here. Okay. So let's get in here and activate Flurry of Blows. We'll put Stunning Strike on here just in case.
Wait till the next one.
And he passed it. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. And now I'll bring him back down here. I love that critical hit on an 18. So good. Okay, so we did come around the side.
Solasta Evo. Well deserved.
Big damage numbers. Okay. I'll move up here and we'll throw... Actually, I'm going to leave this. I'm not going to attack this polar bear. I'm going to get both attacks into this polar bear. This polar bear is probably going to attack me. Well, it's going to have to attack me.
Viribe.
Because we're going to activate Compelling Strike. Okay, so he's going to attack me. I'm hoping this one here attacks my bard, and that way I'll get a reaction to get a full strength attack here.
Well struck.
Or I can just kill him outright.
Lucky? Perhaps.
Let's just do that. Easy. I forgot to update. I was going to try and update my bestiary some more. Okay, so she's full. Yeah, I forgot about it. That's exactly what I was going to do, was guided survival. So, druid leather armor. Yeah, we can blame chat. Yeah, since the enemies were so easy, I had planned on doing it, and then I just forgot. Okay, and there's the Periapt. So the Periapt is something I'm going to equip. I'm just not going to attune to it until I need it. Well, actually, because she's got the Amulet of Health, I forgot. I don't have the Amulet of Health on my other playthrough. But the Periapt, you can see, takes the necklace slot. So what you do is put this on. My crafting speed is increased, and it basically doubles the speed at which I can craft things. So now the goal here is that as I get more and more of these recipes here, that every time I go traveling, I'm also crafting, because she's able to craft so fast now that I'll just swap this out, put it on there. If I get a random encounter while I'm out, she's going to have lower hit points and lower constitution, but she'll be able to craft really, really fast now. Rudy's halfway done with the boots. And I'll look now and see, now that she's done crafting, if we have any other crafting opportunities in our inventory. I don't know if I do or not. Okay, so there's the boots here. I want to swap those out. And I was going to look at crafting opportunities. So we don't have anything that we can craft here out of this list. So we'll come back and look at it once we get back to, or once we get to our new location that we're going to be going to. And I forgot to click the button to interrupt my long rest so that I could attune during traveling. It would have been really nice to have those boots right now. Of course, depending on the terrain here, I might not need it. Okay, yeah, would be nice to have it right now. So winter wolves have a breath attack that it would be nice to have everybody attuned to those boots. So I need to make sure when I get back into, when I choose my traveling, that I open up the travel options and click the button that allows me to attune after every day, rather than just immediately getting back into traveling. So we're gonna get a darkness thrown out here. Okay, and I'm gonna move him out here to the side. Hopefully these two wolves will come after him here. I put Stunning Strike on. Sharon's definitely going to get up off the ground. Two more down this way.
Solasta, Evo, Mummies. Well deserved.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here to this corner. She's not in darkness anymore there. I'll move here. And I'm just going to ready melee attack here, I think. Rudi, these have a ways to go. I'm going to move Rudi up here next to my bard. And I'm going to ready up a melee attack here too. So that way if one of them goes after my bard, I'm within 5 meters, and if they're standing here when they go after, I can attack with my reaction. Okay, so we'll use it here. I wasn't entirely sure if these two could get to me or not. They have a lot of movement. That one's going to use his breath attack.
Nice move.
Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. Alright, so let's... We have Stunning Strike on. Where's the first one? Here. Let's go... So he passed it. Yep, he did. So then let's just keep focusing damage here.
You like that?
Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna move in here. No, I didn't want to move. That's Sharon. Thought my bard was up next. We'll quicken this. See if we can get a kill here.
Well struck.
Nice.
Solasta, evil.
Can I get one score higher or one? Oh, wow. I can get one square higher. Okay, now I'm going to move my bard here.
Good kill.
Now my paladin's going to work on this one here.
Viribe. I trained hard.
Now we'll go to work on this one. Taunted, so he's going to come after me. If this one goes after my bard, I'll be able to use my reaction to attack here.
Well done.
Nice. There's the breath attack. So the one. Sorry, I missed it. And what you asked about earlier, my attacks of opportunity, it's trying to run away right now. What you'll see is if I land this attack of opportunity, his movement is going to go to 0. The previous one was not an attack of opportunity, it was an attack granted. It was a readied attack. That readied attack doesn't move with their movement to 0. But now he's not going to be able to move. See? Stopped. He's locked in place now.
More coming your way.
I'll be able to get a kill here. Like, he's not going to be blinded there, so if I move away... Ooh, that's kind of crazy. Ooh. That's kind of crazy. So, I don't know what's happening here. See, I'm not in darkness. Neither's the wolf. If I move away, I should be provoking an attack of opportunity here. Now, there's something that might be preventing that. One, I don't know if prone enemies can do attacks of opportunity. That's not something that's listed here in the condition here, but I'd have to go check the SRD to see if that is the case or not. If they're prone and they can't, and that means they can't do opportunity attacks, then me moving away here is fine. But if that's not the case, and they can do opportunity attacks, then me moving away should trigger one, but it's not. This stopped condition, I'm wondering if it's doing more than it should. They've given it the animation as if it's a hold person type of thing. And they've given it prone, which I think is how they reduce the movement to 0. I don't think either one of those two things should be happening here.
You have them now.
I'm not getting crits, so it's definitely not a hold. But I think giving it the prone condition instead of just is the only way they could reduce its movement to 0. Using the game mechanics. So that's an unexpected, side benefit there. And now we got a whole bunch of winter wolf pelts. So we are never going to be short of winter wolf pelts again. If we want to craft all the boots of the winterlands in the world, we can. Alright, so let's go back to... resume our camping here. And maybe I did I'll take a look at it once I get started here. Can I interrupt? Yeah, I can't. need to make sure I set up that traveling. I forgot to do it last episode. I should have remembered. But you need to, before you set out on your journey, you need to click the options for your travel and set it up so that you can click some stuff after your long rest is done. The orc troop here I'm not entirely worried about. Chieftains, beastmaster, archers, yeah. Nothing really here I'm too worried about. So here are the two chieftains. Okay, so we definitely need to get darkness out, because we are right in the middle of it all here. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity here. Crit.
Nice.
He did pass it. I was hoping I'd be able to stun him. But either way, I'll get some good damage here. But I'm going to move back into the darkness. And this is going to provoke my attack of opportunity. And he missed. Sharon is absolutely going to get up off the ground here. But stay in the darkness so the archers can't hit me.
Solasta Encho Minure. Solasta Evo Mavis. You like it?
There's one down. So, my bard, I think this is outside of the darkness. Nope, it's still in it.
Well done.
Didn't take hardly any damage. We got resistances on our boots. So. So where's the next one? Here? Pretty sure that's outside. It is.
Viribe.
You have them now.
Okay, so let's move in here next to our bard. Good. And the archers aren't going to do a whole lot. Avoided that 20. There's the breath weapon. Sure, all time. Sure.
You'll get a nice scar.
Okay, so let's... I think I'm actually going to focus the winter wolf. Let's see if we can get a stun here.
Take that.
Yes. And now we'll go after the winter wolf. Hitting even with a 2.
More coming your way.
Unk OP. We're gonna quicken this.
Solasta Evo. Ha! That must have hurt. Solasta Evo. Mummies.
Okay. So we are flanked here. So we need to get rid of that flank, because that's offsetting its blindness.
Another
Just
victory.
like that.
Viribe.
And yeah, that's my weapon mastery triggering. Yeah, against Topple. That's what it is.
Again.
Now I'm gonna move into this spot. So if the chieftain goes after my bard, I can get an opportunity attack here. Or get a reaction attack, not an opportunity attack. But now he's gonna taunt me, so I'm perfectly fine with that too. Oh, he went after my bard. That's gonna be a problem for you, because they're sentinel procs.
That's the way.
Here we should have... Oh, she never got Malediction out.
Solasta Encho.
I was wondering where it was last turn. I just never cast it. Oh, that's because I wanted to quicken that first one.
Solasta Evo. Mummies. Take that.
Okay, now I'm gonna wait here. Sentinel procs, I'm telling you. It's a great perk.
Ah!
Solasta, Evo, Veribe.
So we will remember this time.
Solasta, Evo. Too slow.
Okay, so yeah, we passed them both. Like I say, winter wolf pelts for days. Alright, I think that's it. I don't think there's a way to change the travel option while I'm in the middle of the travel. I think that only happens while you are in the screen selecting the destination. Now with M, I'm not too worried about it, because he has evasion and high dex. He's going to be able to avoid some of those cold attacks, but once he gets into from the breath weapon, once he gets into fighting frost giants and things like that a little bit later, that's not going to be the case because they're going to be doing frost damage just when they melee and when you hit them. So for now, and I'm not going to run into a whole lot of cold attacks in here, I don't think, either. What you're really using it for is to avoid the environmental effects of chilled and frozen. Yeah, the menu's just going to open up the save game, load game, that sort of stuff. I looked at this once because it happened to me. When you start the new DLC, it resets your travel options. So in my personal playthrough, it happened to me as well. And I did it on my personal playthrough, but did not do it. Just forgot to do it here.
So, these are the ruins of Telema.
Clear skies, friends.
Hello, adventurers. Need anything from the scavengers?
You must be Ruad. Master Goodcheer told us to come here for information.
Is it Master now? She never was very humble, our dear Violet.
Are you the Sorak killers? Annie mentioned you.
That's us. And Sorak business is why we're here.
Damn. My former mentor, Hector, he disappeared in there. Taken by orcs.
We never found him, but we found Sorax. Violet thought he was one of them.
Violet also blew the whole place up.
It happens, darling. Who wouldn't toss a fireball at a bunch of Sorax?
Who was Hector exactly?
He was a seasoned scavenger when we arrived here. We had a dozen people with us. Orcs attacked us while we were setting up the camp. One of us ran to Kier Kiflin for help, and Annie sent us 4 adventurers.
That was me, along with Violet, Vigdis, and Garrod. We cleaned the place out as much as we could until, well, until it collapsed.
You said you fought Sorax. Nobody believed in them back then.
I had my doubts, but after the orcs, the spiders, the things we faced couldn't be anything else. We never found Hector, so Violet said it couldn't be a coincidence.
Because she didn't know him.
Can you tell us your names again?
I'm Lena, and this is Ruad, my dear husband and quartermaster of our little scavenger outpost. The place is used as an outpost and relay station for the Badlands and the Marches. You can shop at our stores, sleep in our camp, and of course, do business with the scavengers here.
Actually, we're looking for anything related to a Manichaean wizard who taught in Telema.
There's not much left. Just one magic door we could never open, which resisted the collapse.
I guess we'll take our chances.
As you wish.
Thank you.
Okay, now that I'm here,
I think we have a new message from Beric Sunblaze.
did that actually go into here? No, it did not. On the ground? I need to be careful with that. Okay, so I gained that, but this was the first one, I think. Okay, you're going to get updates from Beric here as you go, which are kind of telling you about things that are happening outside in the world around you. Why? Oh, yeah, because I took off the belt of giant strength. That's why. I'm going to do a reattunement here anyway. Now that I'm not out and about anymore, I'm not going to have any cold enemies during this set of fights. I am... That was dumb. I no longer need this for the half cover, but the +1 to spell attack is still nice. Okay, so let's make sure those are equipped. Ring. Ring. And she doesn't have one? No, she doesn't. I do here. Actually gonna move that over here. I'll give it to, it's just, she's just not gonna need it. That's the thing, because she's gonna be out of melee range. Yeah, she just isn't going to need it. Sorry, I'm setting up attunements here. I'm going to take another one. Okay, then I'll equip that. Okay. So now everybody in melee has fire resist, which I'm going to need for this. Going to check the store here. So these are scavengers. So I'm now getting a 30% discount. So now I can clear out my inventory here. I'm going to keep one horn of blasting. Need to move those. I think I can get rid of this. Yes, I can. Pretty sure I can just sell this. All the rest of these are ingredients. Sell. Sell, and I think that's it. So yeah, we'll take that. Okay, he needs to keep a Manicalan rosary. Okay. I'm not going to be using the Gauntlets of Shattering anymore. And I don't need the handy haversack. Hey Dave, welcome. Glad you're here. Good to see you again. Get rid of the mace +1. Don't need the druid leather armor either. Or the leather armor +1. Okay, this I'm pretty sure is just an item to get rid of. Okay. And now, anything that I want here. Potion to comprehend languages. There's a reason that there's a bunch of these in here. I have a ring that allows me to do that. I think I also have the comprehend languages cantrip. Okay. Yeah, nothing else special at this vendor. But yeah, that allows me to clear out my inventory before we head in. I'm good, Dave. I'm good. Hope everything's going well for you. Yeah, just kind of making it through the freezing weather here. Okay, so 2 days remaining at Kalpapunky, and you normally get a big, long, huge list of stuff out of this expedition. I don't need a long rest here, so I'm just going to go ahead and head into the ruins. Okay, but if we look here, we need to find out what happened to Hector and find traces of Exoniaca. Scroll of remove curse.
Is that the magic door Ruad told us about?
If Violet couldn't open it.
Adrastir's ring. It's shining. What's the link between Adrastir and this door?
You know what? Let's go seek the answer to that question.
So, Adrastir's ring that we picked up, we actually don't have it equipped. Or do we? Anyway, it triggers this door here to get in. Before we go in there, though, we have a couple of other things we can do here. Some adamantine plate armor. First time we've seen adamantine plate. Adamantine plate works just like adamantine does in Baldur's Gate 3, except it doesn't have all the additional bonuses. But critical hits are considered normal hits for this creature. We also have some nicely crafted boots, which I know what those are. All the rest of this is just ways to maneuver around if you don't have somebody who can fly. So now you'd be able to walk down here, and walk across and get up here. So the finely crafted boots, pretty sure are the boots of striding and springing. While we're here, might as well do this.
Devo, Oculus.
Yes, I am pretty sure these are the boots of striding and springing. Yep, they are. Let's check, make sure we don't have anything else unidentified. We don't. So the boots of striding and springing. So they require an attunement. They give you a minimal walk speed, which means that you can't be reduced below that, no matter what, unless you're paralyzed. Can jump at maximum distance without risk. You don't need to pass a dex check or a strength check to do it, or an athletics check. Unaffected by encumbrance penalties, which is nice, and unaffected by heavy armor penalties as well, which is also nice. But again, you require an attunement, and I'm following the attunement rules with a little bit of leeway. So seeing this stuff should give you a clue about what you're gonna run into here.
Uh-oh.
Damn cultists.
And we have crimson spiders. And also crimson spiderlings out here. Now, crimson spiders can paralyze you. So one more reason why I wanted to have freedom of movement available. move everybody back here. I'm gonna go check this body here.
So that's Hector.
Damn. We're not the first ones here.
Look. Up there. He didn't need to come through the door.
Typically Sorak.
And he's talking about this up here. You can't get up there. Or actually, you can fly up there. Can I? No. Yeah, I was going to say. I didn't know there was actually a landing spot up here. That's interesting. Can she fly up there? I never looked at this. Interesting. You can't do anything up here. This is overgrown. Okay, so it was M that picked up the diary, right? Okay, let's take care of these. Actually, we can do it with Sharon way up there. That's a much better idea. Because now that she's up here, can't see any of them yet. So let's... see if we can move her out here and see if she can then... Ooh, now she can. Because I could cheese the living heck out of this. By just keeping her way up here. And moving everybody here all the way back here or something like that. And just have them go after her. Because they're not going to be able to reach her. Oh, that hurt. Let's move her back. Get her away from, a little bit farther away from that edge, just in case. We're going to ready an Eldritch Blast so that we can drag some of them towards me as they come up here. And I don't think Sharon is going to use her cantrips next turn. All right, Sharon. Let's see what you got here. Because they're immune to fire, I think. I can't see it. Okay, so I need to work on them. They're immune to fire.
What went wrong there? Solasta Evo! Malmis!
I forgot to reapply malediction, I think. Oh no, I didn't. That was on him. Okay. So that one's dead. Next turn. Oh, I forgot. The spiderlings have a ranged attack. We'll kill this one. That other one is stuck on top of him, so I can't see him, which is a shame. Into the pit. Yep, forgot about the ranged attacks from the spiderlings. So yeah, definitely don't want to leave her out there. Really like I don't know if they're immune to that or not? Anything else? Because I know they're immune to fire. Not in a good spot for it, so we'll go back. Actually, retarget malediction.
Solasta Evo. Mummies.
Good. We got one more ranged
Too
attack
slow.
out of the way. They're just gonna stay in. Whoop. I thought they were gonna stay in place, but they're not. Now I'm gonna knock him back. Okay. There's the ranged attack.
Felipe.
Doesn't kill you.
Roll a crit. Yeah, this was a big mistake on my part, forgetting about their ranged poison attacks. I think I'm gonna dash and get her back.
Ties.
I really thought never mind.
Went after my bard. I don't have a reaction because I used it for the opportunity attack or the ready attack. All right, so let's just move down. Start working on the back ranks here.
Solasta Evo.
And now they can't use their ranged attacks because of the darkness.
I trained hard for this.
Lucky? Perhaps.
There's Sentinel. And they get to throw Divine Smite on top of it. Shouldn't have a problem getting a kill on him. I should do this.
Not bad, eh? Crush 'em.
Okay, now let's get guidance up.
Solasta vivo! Veribe! Solasta Evo! Take that!
Okay, so that wasn't all that great. Made a mistake at the start there. So we're going to take a short rest over here. Okay, so the first one was fire here. This one is going to be acid, but we shouldn't be taking any damage in here because this is really a puzzle room.
See those runes on the wall?
They seem inactive.
More Manacallan shenanigans. I love it.
Okay, so we've got a rune mechanism room here. We don't really know much about it. We're gonna make our way over here to the other side, because that's where this door is. And there is a minor gate here. Okay, now there's also emblems on the wall here. Okay, and they match up with what's over here. Now you can see that the first one's activated, but this one we need, you can see over there at the left above my character portrait, it says insert magic key. So we need to get the magic keys here to be able to activate these symbols. Okay, so what we need to do now is basically just head through the gate. Okay, and now we're in this magic room here, and it looks like all we can really do is search the bookcase. And there is the square key and some instructions.
This minor gate is not what it seems.
This is going to be fun.
Okay, so the instructions. list symbols. Okay, and they list those symbols in an order of what you need to do. So the 3 circles were triggered, and that one was already active out there. Okay, but we're going to go through these kind of in the order that we have, and then we're going to come back to this circle one here again. So we just picked up the square key, so now we should be able to do this one here, which is circle, circle, square. So let's head back out. And I think that's all that's in here. Oh. Forgot about these things. Don't want to miss this either. There's a magnificent longsword. We can read the mysteries here. Basically just some lore of the area, but we definitely want to identify this.
Arcana Evo Oculus.
And you get anvil. Now, anvil is a longsword. It requires attunement, but you get resistance to cold off of it. Okay? You also get resistance to fire off of it, and your charisma score is 21 while you're wielding it. It's a +3 longsword, and look at the damages. It does 1d8 +3 plus 1d8 fire plus 1d8 cold. Okay, so you're able to spread different types of elemental damages around here while you're using it. The other thing is that because you get resistance to cold, you can remove the Boots of the Winterlands attunement on whoever you want to have this on. Okay, so anvil, I'm going to swap out here for the Black Viper. 2d6 poison damage, 1d8 fire, 1d8 cold. And it's a +3. So now I don't need the Boots of the Winterlands anymore, and I can change those out for another set of boots that may be more useful on her that I don't have to attune to. So I think the Boots of Elven Kind I could put in. I know I can put the slippers over there, but I'd prefer to put the slippers back here. I don't think I have any other boots. Oh, I have the Boots of Striding and Springing, but do those require attunement? I think they do. Yeah, they require attunement. So, can't use those. And now I will take a short rest. I'll redo my attunement on her. I think I'm going to remove the Dwarven War Drums here. I can still use it as my spell focus. And attune Anvil. Okay, and now I can head out. And we're going to be doing circle, circle, square on this. Okay, so right now we've got circle, circle, and this. So let's go interact with this. We inserted the key, so now the circle and the square buttons are active. The buttons are here, here, and here. And they go in that order. So this button changes this one. This button changes this one. This button changes this one. So we need circle, circle, square. So that means we need to change this one here to a square. Okay, and that turns it off because we don't have the triangle. And there's the square, and it says experimental destination selected. I didn't think that was right. I mean, we can do it. I'm gonna try something first here. Yeah. Okay, you need to be able to read the language of the diary to decrypt it. Boy, do I want to do this? I mean, I guess I can. Is that the only one that uses the square? I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe I just read it wrong. Yeah, that's the only one that does the square. Okay. Well, depending on what's in here, definitely going to save this.
What is this place?
We'll have to postpone that debate, I'm afraid.
Okay, so this is what I expected. I saw something pop up during the screen there and wasn't entirely sure about it. So we faced Succubi before. We're definitely going to focus him during all of this, to the detriment of everyone else. I can't get around. Oh, it's not gonna. He can fly. Yeah, he can fly. Let's try and paralyze him. Is this a bonus action? Yes.
Coming your way.
Yes. Okay. Now we're going to use our power to Step of the Wind. We're going to make our way back. Because I'll be able to kill him with Sharon here.
A palpable hit.
All right, so let's drop darkness with her. will keep me safe throughout the remainder of this attack round. Sharon is going to get rid of the succubus.
Solasta Evo! Mummies! You like it?
That's exactly what I needed to have happen. So he's stunned. Everybody's going to be coming after him. But thankfully the darkness is offsetting the stun, not giving them advantage on the attacks. But yeah, everybody's going to come after the stunned character. Oh, they went after Sharon. Okay. So I was hoping to be able to utilize him. I think I need to move here. Already a melee attack here.
You have them now. Arcana Evo. A modest success.
Doesn't matter getting her off the ground or not. That's outstanding. Because the Brocklings can fly. And move my... Didn't expect him to go all the way across to attack. Because none of these are proccing Sentinel here. There or there. I'm fine. Let's go here.
I trained hard for this.
I doubt we can get enough damage for this. Oh, we did. Nice. Alright, let's see where they move. Oh, of course. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we'll do this. Ooh, that was probably a mistake. Now I can point it. There's a long rest outside. And I'm gonna have to use it. Actually, yeah, probably it's better just to ready a melee attack there. Alright, this should be the end of it. Okay, so we did increase some knowledge as well.
These creatures, they're demons.
Did we travel to their world?
Violet said Exonica was a great traveler. But other worlds?
She was clearly dealing in dangerous experiments.
This proves she was linked to demons. We're making progress.
Let's search everywhere. We need to find more.
Okay. Oh yeah, it was... My bard focused on that. And a bunch of demonic essence. You're gonna need this stuff. There's gonna be a new crafting mechanic that we're gonna be introduced to here in a little bit. Okay, and here we're gonna get a book and the triangle key. Now you can kind of take a look at this room, and you see it's the exact same layout as the room that we were in previously. It's just different. This one's obviously messed up. And in here, you can find out basically what's happening. She's experimenting with minor gates and how to program them and figure out what they're doing. They're actually opening you up to different dimensions where things are slightly different. It's the same world, but it's like the multiverse. Slightly different than what you were in. Okay, so now we need to put the triangle key in. Okay, and now we need to enter the treasure room. And for this, pretty sure we need the next one in line. Is circle, square, triangle. So we've got the circle. We need a square here. And then triangle here. There you go. Treasure room selected. Okay, and now we've got a few things that we can search in here. So the first is the bookcase. And we're going to get an Abyssal Agitator. This is a tool that mixes demonic essences with other ingredients to craft demonic grease. And there's some notes on this. And you get a tutorial pop up, and you get crafting options. Okay. Greases are special potions that use demonic grease as their ingredients. Many consider these greases forbidden, but more curious alchemists, they're another fascinating experiment. Basically, greases are a way to apply this to either a weapon or to you and give you benefits. You can craft them up just like anything else using that tool, and that tool needs your Arcana skill as well to use it. Every one of these things has a benefit, but also a disadvantage that goes along with it. So you kind of have to be careful of what you're using it for and what you're doing. But if you look at crafting, you can see I'm not proficient with the Abyssal Agitator. So, sorry, I need to be here. So here I have 5 demonic greases I can craft. And I could craft the Break of Dawn one right now. I can craft all of these. It looks like one of each. You can see the crafting DC. It's 22. So it's not that easy. But again, we're going to craft one of each of these. These, I have plenty enough to craft one of each of them. Yeah, I got plenty enough. Just so you can see what they do. They're, for the most part, meh, I guess. But we'll take a look at them here in a little bit. We do have a chest here. And here we have the Sovereign. Now, the Sovereign is another really, really good weapon that we're going to take a look at, and a Draconic Diary. Some other good crafting ingredients in here. And then last is the armor stand. And, oh, we got Boots of First Strike. Interesting. And a half plate +2 and a magnificent short bow. Those are randomized. You never know what you're going to get. But we can identify the short bow. Pretty sure I know what this is. Okay. You're going to get +2 weapons and armor out of this, and 1 wondrous item. So the Boots of First Strike I can swap out here. I don't care about stealth ability checks here, but getting me +3 to my initiative is going on top of the +4 for my dex. Dex is great. There's a reason you're going to get a potion to comprehend languages there. And then half plate +2 is what I'm already wearing. Yeah, right. That's medium armor. Nobody else can wear medium armor. I've got plate here. So I think that's it. But Sovereign. So, sudden death is a dagger. Sovereign is a dagger, which means they're both finesse, which is using dex, and they're both light, which means I can wield it offhanded as well. So, even without attunement, this is a +3 dagger in my offhand, which is going to give me a damage increase on the back end. But if you see, it says on Fiend, +4d6 damage. So it's a specialized weapon to be able to attack fiends. And you can see also my to hit down here. 1d10 +5 with my hands. plus 10 to hit. Plus 13 to hit, 1d10 plus 3. So I'm losing a little damage on my regular attacks, but against fiends, it's a huge damage boost. Okay? So it's something to keep in your inventory when you know you're going to get into a succubus fight. Throw this on so that you can use your bonus action offhand attack to do some serious damage. Or you can swap the attunement out and move sudden death into your offhand and sovereign into your main hand for that attack and still get your additional crit range. So there's a lot of options to do with it, but it's really utilized here on my monk. So then the Draconic Diary. Okay, you need to be able to read Draconic to be able to open it. So that's why they gave you the potion to comprehend languages. So if you don't have it, you'll be able to read it. Okay. So someone like Violet could exploit this, but we certainly can't. Okay, and now it says free Exoniaca's soul. Okay, well that's interesting. So let's head out through the gate. Okay, and the last thing in our, or last code in here is square, circle, triangle. And for this, I'm going to take everybody over here because we're going to need to do a long rest.
You're not too rusty.
We're going to take Sharon and change these to square, circle, triangle. Long distance mode selected. We do not want to go through that yet. Okay, we can go tell Rued and Lena about Hector.
Look who's here.
Did you find anything?
We found a dead Sorak and his coded diary. The man you knew as Hector.
Oh no, I can't believe it.
At least now you can mourn.
How is it possible? For years, he was like a father to me.
He was managing multiple operations all over the marches.
I'll copy this and spread the word.
Good idea. We need to continue our research here. We need to go.
Thank you for finding him.
Strike true.
Okay, now we need to return to Violets or free Exoniaca's soul, and for that we are definitely going to take a long rest here. We need to be fully prepared for this. Okay, let's make sure our attunements are right. The Amulet of Health would be nice for this. I'm not going to need the fire resist anymore. So let's go to the sigil ring. And we'll put back on the cloak. There's no way I'm going to get a stunning strike to land here. And I'm good with this. Okay. Let's make sure all of those are equipped. There. Two, three, four. Those are all equipped. Those are all equipped. And those are all equipped. Okay, last thing. Check our ranged weapons here. Do I have any paralyzing? I do not. I probably wouldn't get those to land anyway, so let's just do max damage here. 1d8 or 2d4. We'll swap those just in case. There's the paralyzed. So just in case we can't get any melee and we need to swap. That's good. That's good. Okay. All right, let's go back in here. And we will see how well this goes. This thing can go really good or really bad. I don't need to do that. I can fast travel.
Well done!
I don't think this is going to matter because I don't think I'm going to be able to trigger it fast enough. But I'm definitely going to say before I go in here. And my weapon mastery. Is that right? Yeah, longsword. His weapon masteries. Skull Cleaver's a warhammer, or it's a battle axe. Okay, let's make sure his weapon masteries are set. Battle axe. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh, no. No, that's not the code I need. I need the original code. I need circle, circle, circle. This is the long distance mode that will get me back to Violet's house. It turns a minor gate into a major gate. I need to go back to the very first room I was in. The interplanar laboratory. No. Where's the code? Let me look. Oh. No, that one's right. That one's right. That one's right. Yeah, something's... Do I have to have Sovereign equipped? Maybe I do. Let's change this back to circle, 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 and go in there again. Okay, yeah, destination laboratory. There it is. Not the interplanar laboratory, but the laboratory. Okay, and now, hopefully for the last time, we'll save. Okay, I got it off. Okay. So we're against a spectral dragon now, 350 hit points. Okay, and this is Exoniaca's soul, a dragon trapped in undead form. Okay, the challenge rating is 18. Okay, it's a CR 18 monster here. This is not going to be fun. Now the other thing about Exoniaca is that, or the Spectral Dragons, that it has all the normal Spectral Dragon stuff, meaning it's going to have a breath weapon, in this case it's acid, and it's going to have legendary actions. So I want to spread my party members apart as much as I can here when I'm going through this encounter. Okay? Now I don't want to, with this, I don't want to, I want to keep my bonus action now as much as I possibly can.
Not bad, eh?
Okay, now he's going to get a legendary action after this turn. And I think I would prefer, now that I've got an armor class of 34, to take his reaction out of this. By getting rid of his opportunity attack. Now, more than likely what's going to happen here is he's going to turn around and he's going to breathe acid on all this clumped up group here. Nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. So let's try and spread people out here a little bit. Oh, they were hidden. That's why he didn't. So good. It was a good thing that you go in here stealthed. He didn't turn around because he didn't know they were there. So he didn't use his breath weapon on that group because he didn't know they were there. So now let's start throwing as much damage as we can here. So that was a good amount of hit points. That was 65 hit points we removed there. Let's drop some divine smites here. Of course not.
Say I'm surprised.
Are you absolutely kidding me? So you can see the really high hit points that it has. Okay, so now again, let's keep ourselves spread out here. And we're gonna drop darkness to give us advantage on our attack rolls, because with that high an 8 on armor class, at 21. We just want it blinded.
Idiot.
I don't think there's any prayer. He's got legendary resistance, but let's start working through those legendary resistances.
Truly formidable.
It's a crit. Get a legendary action here. There's his wing attack, which is... Okay, now here's an attack of opportunity with him trying to move away. If we land this, his movement's going to go to 0. There you go. That keeps him from flying away. So we're going to get Sharon up off the ground over here.
Perhaps if you tried to be loud instead.
Solasta Evo.
Alright, so we removed 226 hit points in that round. So, and that was with missing 2 attacks from Rudi as well. Okay, he's using some... There's a 1, a 3. He lost concentration, though. Yep. He lost concentration on darkness. When he failed his saving throw. Okay, so let's move in here the exact opposite side. He's flanked now. There's a crit. Nice. Big Daddy crit.
Biribe reaches out for you.
Oh, yes. 47, 42, 50, 59, 67, plus 19, 86 points of damage with that crit. College of Swords Bards, OP.
Well done.
College of Swords Bardadins, I should say, OP. And he's got Curse of Time, but I think that's only going to take off 3. Again, he's just doing the wing attack. I'm happy with that. He has not done the breath attack, which can come... It can one-shot any of your characters that are below 100 health. It can one-shot you if you fail the dex saving throw. So my high dex here would help prevent that, and then evasion on Rudi, it wouldn't do it anyway. But anybody who's below 100 health at this point, it can one-shot you. I don't need it. 6 hit points. Okay, we'll take that all day long. Twice on Sundays.
Do you think that was her? Exoniaca?
Certainly. The cataclysm killed her, but somehow her soul was trapped in this place between the worlds.
Cursed by her own experiments. Makes you think about how careful you should be with magic.
Anyway, at least now she's free.
Okay, and now, of course, we've got loot. Now, there is... I think this loot's guaranteed. Yeah, it is. This loot's guaranteed. You get a magnificent outfit. And you get the garb of the prudent shield. So this is critical hits are considered normal hits, plus 3 to armor class, grants proficiency in Arcana, cast Shield of Faith twice per long rest, Death Ward once per long rest, and again, like normal clothing, sets your armor class to 10 plus your dex bonus. So it's clothing. Nobody else really needs that, because if I got rid of this, I'd be dropping my my total armor class with it. Now, I've been wearing the sorcerer outfit for a while here. He doesn't need the benefits that go along with it, but I'm not using it for anybody else. So, might as well put it on here. Now you can look and see what my armor class does. It doesn't change at all. And that's because I haven't attuned to it. So, I'm getting +2 armor class when not wearing an armor or shield. Here, I'm not entirely sure if I attune to this. I'll try it real quick and see. This is giving me +2 armor class. This is giving me +3. Yeah. So I'm going to try and attune to it and see if this goes up to 25. I'm going to replace the bracers of defense. Might as well use these. And yeah, see, this is, I think the +3 armor class on this is broken. This is what I thought I saw on my other one. I'm not entirely sure why it's not giving me that additional +3 armor class bonus here. So I can cast Shield of Faith with it, and Shield of Faith is going to increase my armor class by 2. So this would get me back up to that 24 armor class. And I would have, and 10 minutes is more than enough to go through a fight. And but it uses concentration, so I don't know if that means I couldn't use darkness. That doesn't use concentration, it says. I don't know. We'll experiment with it and see. But at the very least, my critical hits are normal hits now. But I think he got that from something else, didn't he? No, that was the adamantine plate we were looking at. So, at the very least, critical hits aren't going to affect him. So now all we can do is return to violets. Now, that means tuning this to long distance mode, which is the last one in the book, which is square, circle, triangle. So that fight against the dragon, I built it up a lot more than it turned out to be. But it can go really bad if he uses his breath weapon over and over and over again. Was it square, circle, triangle? I think that's what it was. Yep, major gate function activated. So now it takes this minor gate, turns it into a major gate. And we can go to violets, because that's where we have to go.
Hey, you're back! So, how was the trip?
Unbelievable. You're going to love what we found there.
Oh, well, don't keep me in suspense. X and I could definitely travel to other places. Other worlds, even. Dear Maraike, did you find any writing?
Of course, it's here, all in Draconic, encrypted.
Oh, by the way, we found Hector.
God, I almost had forgotten. So what about my theory?
He was a Sorak for sure.
Ruad owes me 100 gold pieces.
He had a bunch of notes on him, also in code. They list Sorak infiltration plans throughout the whole of the Eastern Kingdoms.
Really? We must tell the authorities. Some of them might still be active. High Rock? I know that place. It's an outpost in the marches. My friend Garrett runs it. He might be in danger. I have to go.
Wait. Can you decipher Exonika's books?
Yes, given time. But my friend...
We'll take care of that, if you'll stay and transcribe the books for us.
Fine. High Rock's not too far. Tell Garrett I sent you. And find that Sorak infiltrator.
You got it.
Okay, so that's going to finish the Return to Telema quest, and now it's going to give us the Commander quest. Now, for this, before we leave, we're going to walk to this, but I want to test something out. I don't think the gate's working. Yeah, the gate's not working. So, I was just checking to make sure it wasn't working. So now we want to take a short rest and redo our attunements. We're going to be going overland through the snow, and we're definitely going to get an encounter here during this. So I want to redo my attunements here to put the Boots of the Winterlands back on. Now she has resistance to cold, so she doesn't need it. And then Sharon, we need to do 2 here. Okay, let's close that. Let's look at our crafting because I want to get her crafting on this trip up there, one of these greases. So let's take another short rest and have her attune to the Periapt. And yeah, we might as well start with the Dawnbreak. So instead of 8 hours, we're down to 5 hours to complete this. And, or actually, no, we're not, because she doesn't have it equipped. We're at 5 hours. Let's cancel that. Let's do it again. Okay, I guess the attunement, even since it wasn't there, is enough. That's interesting. Okay, so make sure all the boots are on. Boots. She doesn't need it. Okay, well, let's head out. We're going to head out to a place called a High Rock Outpost, which is up here. And again, we're now traveling through the snow. So I can almost bet or guarantee that we're going to get... And here I need to go to Custom and interrupt when long rest has been completed. That's what is allowing me to attune items after the long rest. Pretty sure we're going to get attacked in here somewhere. Yeah, see. That's what that pause allows us to do. Oh, we made it all the way there. Okay. Beyond crafting that.
Are you Garrett?
It's me. I recognize you, but what are you doing here?
Violet Goodcheer sent us.
Huh? What is it now? Does she need a hand destroying something?
Sounds like she has quite a reputation.
You know, shock arcanists.
We're here because we found the remains of Hector in Telema.
You did?
And he was a Sorak.
No surprise there.
We found documents about his plans, including an operation in this very castle.
Sorax. On my watch. Impossible.
They're very good at making people think that.
You're the experts. What do you propose?
If you'll allow us, we'll conduct an investigation.
Fine. Yeah, but don't forget, these people are fighting for the Principality. So don't go throwing accusations around lightly.
Of course. So how do we proceed?
This weapon Exonica made. It's got me thinking. The Sovereign? Yes. It allows us to use true sight. What if it could reveal a shapeshifter?
It's worth a try.
Okay,
Hey,
so
we have a new letter from Marshal Sunblaze.
we do have a new message here. Wherever they are. There it is. Okay. And again, they're having trouble. Or they are fighting back against them, but they're afraid that they're going to push the enemy up toward the Snow Alliance to be on the lookout for them. And Sovereign allows you to cast True Seeing once per dawn. So now Sovereign, we're not attuned to it, so we can't use it that way, but we don't necessarily have to. Because I have True Seeing through something else. I just can't remember what it is. I thought it was on my bard here. Oh, yes. It is on my bard in my personal playthrough. It is not here, so I'm gonna have to attune to this. Yeah, I have a brooch of True Seeing. Don't need the boots anymore for this. I don't think I'm going to need any of this stuff. And she should be fine. Yeah. Okay, so let's get ready to cast True Seeing.
Non-detection. You don't see that every day.
These guys have something to hide. Wanting privacy is not a crime.
Anyway, I think we have our list of suspects. Let's talk to them.
And be ready for anything.
So True Seeing allows you to see shape-shifted individuals, but not if they're wearing amulets of non-detection or have a non-detection spell effect. That's straight out of the SRD spell effect for it as well. But now we can talk to some various people here.
Clear skies.
A word, please. What's your name, soldier?
Lorna Myton. Am I in trouble?
Why would you be?
I don't know. But you're questioning people.
We are.
If there's anything you want to come clean about, now's the time.
I've nothing to say.
We will find out, eventually.
Did you notice anything strange recently?
Strange? Like what?
Maybe one of your comrades behaving in a strange way?
Not that I can remember. No, I don't think so.
You're not exactly helping.
You're not exactly being clear about what you're looking for.
A Sorak infiltrator.
Blessed Marike! You think that's what I am?
Possibly.
That's preposterous.
So is it someone else?
We're done here.
Okay, so she's a little defensive.
Attain hut!
At ease, soldier.
Corporal First Class Ethan Cook at your service.
Well, Corporal, we're looking for a Sorak infiltrator. Here, among your comrades.
By all the gods, you suspect me?
Everyone's a suspect.
Really?
Yes. You too.
But I'm a loyal soldier of the Principality.
Why would anyone say any different?
My record's clean. Check with the commander.
We will. You do seem awfully nervous, though.
And why not? I fought hard to make a career here. And now this?
Do you suspect anyone else?
Well, sure. Lorna. She's left her guard post at night more than once. I've caught her a couple times, reported her. The commander doesn't seem to care.
We know enough.
Okay. So let's go talk to Brennan.
We need to talk.
Of course. It's an honor to meet heroes such as yourselves.
Well, Brennan, we believe there's a Sorak infiltrator here somewhere.
What? Here? In the fort? That's ridiculous. The commander would have noticed.
They are almost perfect shapeshifters and imitators.
There are things you cannot fake.
Care to elaborate?
No.
If you suspected someone in this garrison, who would that be?
What? No, I can't do that. If he hears about this, he's gonna hate me forever.
So it's a he?
What? No!
Come on. You've already said too much.
All right, fine. But it's just, the man's weird, that's all.
Name?
Wayne Taylor. He acts strange sometimes.
Sorak infiltrators don't normally make that kind of basic mistake.
See, I'm bad at this.
We'll come back to you.
Okay, so we've got two people who have been named. Wayne and Lorna. That doesn't mean that the other two aren't lying or something like that.
Hey there.
Clear skies, soldier.
I'm Wayne Taylor, crossbowman.
We're investigating a possible Sorak infiltration.
Soraks? Here? That's a strange notion.
You know they can shapeshift into anyone. Mimic them.
I know what a Sorak is.
So, you could be one of them.
I suppose so, but I'm not. Is that really how you investigate people? Just ask them if they're Soraks?
That's only the beginning. We've unmasked a lot of them already.
Yeah, I've heard about the things you've done.
You don't seem too impressed.
I'm just a simple farmer's son. Not like all these rich people and city types.
Do you resent them?
Sometimes. They don't like me.
And if you had to say, who do you think would be the traitor?
Don't know. Lorna? She's a real bootlicker. Brennan, maybe. He's hiding something for sure. Could be anyone. Except the commander, of course.
Understood. Thanks for your time. Well, I don't know what to think.
We have some possible suspects. Let's go back and put some more pressure on them. Do you think we have enough evidence to accuse anyone? We should search the place. There might be some clues.
One of them is definitely a Sorak. Let's not be shy about it.
Okay, so they said search the place. There might be some clues. Okay, and here we have a love letter. Okay. So I know this is crazy and dangerous, and the commander finds out, he'll be mad at us, but I can't stop thinking about you. Meet me tonight at the stables. I love you, Lorna. So that explains why Lorna's been gone, or been leaving all of the time. And so that kind of possibly eliminates her from the suspect list. And here we have a hidden message. You have to be able to read it. There's my ring, there it is. Operation canceled. Stand ready for further orders. Interesting. Okay, and there doesn't appear to be anything else that you can search here. You can't talk to anybody else. So, a couple of ways to go about it. So, turns out that Lorna and Brennan are the ones that are heading off with each other. Brennan accused Wayne, and Wayne accused those two of going off. So these two are the two that are kind of not under suspicion anymore, and a couple of people accused Wayne here, and Wayne accused 2 other people in return, and not just one. You can just save your game before you do it and go talk to him, but it is Wayne that you want to accuse. And I'm going to save before this. I don't know if this brings me back or not.
Ah, so you're back.
We are. You wear a non-detection device. Why?
Privacy?
We need you to take it off.
No need. I've got to say, you're not very good at this. Well, it doesn't matter if my operation's been discovered, as long as I take your heads.
Yeah, it teleports me back over here around him. So if you go and talk to the others, you'll ask them to take the non-detection devices off. He's going to be the only one that's going to refuse to do it. I think I'm going to take the attack of opportunity here. That's going to proc Rudy's Sentinel.
Yeah.
Again!
Going to use darkness over here because there's a Kratshar. And let's see if we can stunning strike him.
No quarter given.
Nope. I'm gonna move here. Here comes the Kratshar. Let's see what the spell is. Okay. So it was Gravity Slam.
You like that?
He moved into the wrong spot. The absolute wrong spot.
Palpable hit.
Probably a bad move there if I can't kill him. I need to kill the crash car. Many hit points not enough for me to use action surge. Okay, I can see him. No, let's not. Let's quicken this.
Solasta Evo.
Okay, alright.
Touché.
Good. Actually, let's cancel that.
Solasta Evo. Damn it.
Why did you move past him? Okay, they are going to bring in some reinforcements.
Bleed.
Good deal. You're going to get attacks of opportunity from everybody moving through there.
Nice move.
You want to come down here and be blinded by the darkness, I'm going to let you. Don't think it was a very smart move, but...
Well done.
Sorry about the mess.
You were right. I never would have guessed. Ugly bastard.
They shouldn't come back now. They're too busy with Galavan.
So, it's true.
They have a grip on Galavan's royal family, somehow. There's no other explanation.
Well, let's hope we win this war.
We need to go. More Soraks to find.
Be on your way then. And say hello to Violet if you see her.
We will. Stay in the light, Garad.
Strike true.
Alright, so we will do... Ooh, is that Hunger of Hadar? Nice. And Cloud of Daggers, she's got some AoE spells here, and another Skull of Darkness. That's really nice. And there's another letter here. So looks like Ethan was being accepted to the Order of the Shield. So getting rid of him meant we don't have an infiltrator in the high ranks of the Inarium. Okay, I think that's it. Yes. Alright, so let's head out here and we will make our way back to Violet's house, and that would be the last thing that we do today on the stream. No, it won't be. Every time I leave here, I need to reattune to make sure I'm ready to go out into this. Okay. Make sure I'm ready to go out in the cold. Oh, and I think she just finished. Oh, she's halfway done crafting it. We'll probably go a little bit long today if I get attacked. We're going to have her start the next one. Because I think we're going to get attacked in here. We didn't get attacked on the way there, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get attacked on the way back. Guess we didn't. So we'll go talk to Violet and then we will call it a day.
How did it go?
You were right. One of Garad's troopers was a Sorak infiltrator.
Sweet Mother Maraiki, you killed it?
We did. Garad sends his regards.
That's good. Now, I've made some progress on Exanika's notes.
You haven't finished?
You didn't exactly leave me a lot of time. Though I'm glad for Garrett, of course. It's very fragmentary, and there are a lot of references to older times, but I have some clues. There is a passage, somewhere up north. A gate to the demon realms. There's a fortress, or prison, guarded by someone. Through a pact with Exanika. I don't think it's the Snow Alliance. It's something else.
What about the Pact of the Claw?
Where did you hear that name?
Vigdis told us about it. An old tradition.
It does. Yes, that word could mean claw in a way, I guess. Well, if that's it, this pact has a representative of sorts. A speaker.
Which means this old pact is much more important than Victus thought.
More than everyone thought. Who was that elder Victus talked about?
You must be speaking about Gorm the Wise.
Yes, that's it. Vigdis said she could have sent us to him, too.
Great. You can go to the White City through my gate. Gorm has one too.
And I thought those were rare.
Well, not anymore. Anyway, I need to clarify some more points here. As soon as I have more, I'll jump through my gate and bring you the news.
Understood.
Thanks for your help, Violet.
Let's go meet this Gorm.
All right, and that is going to start the Major Alliance quest. Now, before I go, the Major Alliance, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I need to keep on the boots that I have. I think there's only one. I don't think there's any encounters I want to have in there, but I will be traveling, so let's drop a save. Now, the Major Alliance questline is what I mentioned in the description of this video. We've started down the pathway where we're going to have to start doing branches of quest groups for the different clans. Right now, we've only met the southern clans. We're going to meet the north, east, west, and central clan chiefs here in a little bit, and have a set of quests for each of them. The goal is to bring all of them together into an alliance and recreate the Pact of the Claw so that we can resurrect this alliance to deal with whatever Exonica was trying to imprison or to guard against. So that's the overall goal through the rest of the DLC here. So we're going to travel to White Rock City, which is the hub, so to speak, where all of that stuff happens. And from there, we're going to branch out. So I think that gets a great point for us to stop the live stream for today. So, as always, thank you all for being here. I always appreciate the interactions with my community and seeing those of you who I haven't seen in a bit. I certainly appreciate all of it. Thank you very much for being here because, as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Drabal saying until next time, fare thee well.